Hi guys, welcome to a weekly Facebook Live show. Give a little explanation. I'm a bit of a hot mess over here in the middle of COVID, but fine. My family's first bout with COVID, so we're just settling in, and everything's fine. I'm having just a little weird breathing issues, no big deal. Truly, but I'm also trying to go live on PR Couture, and oh my god, my Beyonce moment. I have my fan is blasting me, and I do not have my password. So the point is that between COVID, not being able to log in and all this stuff, it's a little bit messy, but give me a sec, because I'm waiting to hear back from my team on how to get on over here. Let me know who's here. I wasn't here last week. We were at family camp. Hi, Nelson. At family camp at UCSB. And my son, I guess, we didn't know, but he first came down with COVID. And then he gave it to all of us. And I was getting better on Tuesday, and then I started to get breathing stuff yesterday. Oh my god, this is so annoying. I'm trying to get my tripod up so I can get on. And oh geez, what happened here? There we go. Okay. Yeah, we all have COVID. Well, my younger son doesn't. He's been testing negative. Hi, Daria. I have it the worst of everyone. Hi, Serena. Oh my god, that picture of you on Instagram, Serena. You looked so beautiful. I gave you a little flame because you were total fire. Sorry if that's embarrassing on my Facebook Live. Darn it, I'm so frustrated. I can't, for some reason I got logged out of the PR Couture page, which is my page. Yes, oi. It's, everything was fine. I mean, it's rough. I've had the worst migraine of my life, but I feel much better in that front. And then, you look so beautiful. And then, yeah, you shouldn't, Nelson. Oh my God. It's everywhere. It is everywhere. And I mean, we've been avoiding it for, this whole time because everyone's working from home and all that. But we did this, really amazing, super fun. We go every year. I don't know if we're getting better. And of course I'm not going back to bed, Jane. Come on, you know me. You know me by now. No, I honestly feel fine. It's the breathing. Like, and I have a doctor that I talk to all the time, and he just said, get a heart rate monitor. Or not a heart rate. That's the wrong thing. See, I also have this fog a little bit. The blood oxygen. So that's coming. Yeah, you cannot. And also congratulations on your son's upcoming nuptials. That's really exciting. Me? I'm going to be here, Natasha. I'm hoping my team can edit because we're supposed to, we created this beautiful PDF opt-in for the trend report. And then this is going to be a training video. So I'll probably do like a clean start so that it's something we can edit and then use. So you guys are my people, I mean, I don't have to be all like super professional. I know. It says Facebook user. I'm assuming, oh my God. And now my mind, I literally am like in such a fog. I know who that is. Oh my God. Chrissy. Tell me that's you, Chrissy. I just say, hey, and it says Facebook user, and I don't know. Nelson, how old's your son? And tell me about his fiance. That's really, really exciting. I'm so happy for you, and your wife is right to keep you isolated. It's not bad. I don't have it bad. I talked to friends of mine just to try to figure out what I should be doing, and they've had it a lot worse, but it's this breathing thing that just started like mid-afternoon yesterday, and I can't really like go up and down the stairs without being like but the doctor said that the like severity this go around is they're not seeing any severe illness. I have taste, I have smell, which is great because I certainly love to eat. but he said, just get the blood. Oh, perfect age, right? 33. I think we were 32 and 33 or 32 and 34 when we got married. You know, that's a fully formed human being. That's great. I'm so happy for you. What a wonderful time in your lives. Okay, I'm just gonna proceed. So you guys don't know, I'm trying to go live on PR Couture, and I can't find my password. So I guess we're scrapping that. Anyway, okay. Well, thank you guys all for being here. Oh, wow, there's quite a few of you here now. Say hi. I know all of the people chatting here because they're in our programs and they show up every week to connect with this community. But there's quite a few of you on here, and I don't know who's on, so please say hi. I showed up. I crawled out of bed. I put on mascara to look awake and be here. So I would love to know who's here joining me. Oh, hi, Christine. Oh, that's going to be so... Dora, nice to meet you. Welcome, and thank you for joining. I appreciate you coming and being on with us and saying hi. I'm really excited about this topic. We've created this really good sort of summarization. Oh my God, where? Where? Tell me, Christine. Christine, congratulations, top 40 under 40. For me, that ship has sailed. Hi, Christine. Other Christine. My eyes. Nijla? I hope I said that right. You want to learn more about PR? Well, you are absolutely in the right place. Greta, hi. Oh, yay. Oh, Sarah is the Facebook user. Okay, cool. Tell us more, Christine PJ, about yeah, this is awesome. Oh my God, I'm so excited for you. That's huge. In Virginia. Congratulations. You guys need to know the thing about awards is you don't win them if you don't submit yourself. You have to throw your hat in the ring to win awards. So, or have someone do it for you. And don't be shy, you guys. We are in the promotional business. You should be promoting yourself as well. That's a huge honor, Christine. I hope you leverage it. I hope you blast it out to your network and social and you share it multiple times. Like you've got the whole year. That's the thing about awards. Like we are an award-winning, hi Sasha. We're an award-winning. Oh, are you serious? You don't even know how you got nominated? Oh my gosh, congratulations. That's even better. Well, I can tell you I have a bunch. We have awards like all. And I know because we submit ourselves. You have to. I mean, we won Inc. Best in Business. I'm really proud of that one. That is for our community here. For anyone who just joined, I have COVID, so I'm like, my head is like, bleh. And I can't breathe very well, but that's so awesome. Hi, Sasha, your picture filled in. I love that picture of you. You can't win awards if you don't submit. And, you know, nobody's going to be like, oh, you submitted yourself. You have to. There's usually a fee. There's like a lot that goes into it. So start submitting yourselves for awards. And actually, speaking of, we are creating, it is such an undertaking, but we're creating an awards database. I think we might already have it. And we're going to be adding to it all the time. And you guys can hear me because my mic is kind of far. Just thumbs up or heart or whatever. Thank you. We are going to be doing a training on how to submit for awards because it is not as simple as filling out an application. There's strategy behind it. There is an approach that makes you successful. You have to give them the information they're looking for, not the information you want them to have. It's a subtle difference, but and we can go into that in the training. But once we started doing it like that, look at you! Oh my God, Sasha, woman of inspiration. That's so awesome. Tell me more about that. Congratulations, that is so awesome. I'm honestly fine, Christine. No, I appreciate that. I'm fine. The headache was debilitating, but that was 3 days, and now it's better. It's just this breathing and like the sore throat, and it's honestly not bad. I swear I wouldn't be here if it were. Anyway, so you guys are the best, honestly. Like, I missed you last week because I was out of town. And I know Natasha has seen it, and I played it for Des, but at family camp, I did not know I would be recording it, but I wrote and recorded an original rap song and performed it at karaoke. That's probably why I'm sick. I was like screaming into a microphone. I have to say, it was so cool. It was a very fun experience. One of the counselors, this like 19 or 20-year-old kid, is a producer, and he was like, or like wanting to be a producer, and he produced, he like helped me produce this song. We picked a beat. I recorded the vocals in literally 2 hours, the afternoon of karaoke. Karaoke is like a big deal at family camp, whatever. It's so embarrassing. I feel like I'm like, just imagine like Kellerman's from Dirty Dancing and modernize it and put it on a beach. I will play it for you. DM me. My husband took a video, and it ended up being really good. Like the beat was good, the lyrics were really good. a little not suitable for work, which is what the crowd gets into. You want to give them like inside jokes and all of that, and even if you're not on the inside of the inside jokes, it's still really good. But that was like one. Sasha and Daria, I'll DM you, and I'll give you the lyrics. It was really cool and really fun, and now I have to like top it next year, but that was one of the most like cool experiences. So last Thursday I was doing that instead of this. So of course I had to join you this week because I missed you guys. It was really fun. So the thing about family camp is that my kids are, and sorry to my team who's gonna have to edit this recording, just like skip ahead and we'll get there in 2 minutes, I promise. My kids are going, they're 10 and 12, they're going into 6th and 5th grade, and ending the summer in an experience like that where they're given so much freedom. They're scooting around the quad on like a pretty closed, beautiful campus right on the beach. And they have all this freedom and independence. Message me because I have COVID fog and I will forget. But Sasha, Derry, if you want to see it, I will send it to you. And a link to the lyrics so you can actually hear what I'm saying. We put it up on the screen and everything. It was really fun. But it was a great experience, and we've been going every year. And then we missed, starting 2020 and 2021. So if you think about it, it's actually 3 full years since we had been there. So the kids have grown up so much, and my kids just loved it because they get to be independent and take themselves to the dining commons and eat as much crap as they want, like soft serve and Mountain Dew, unlimited Mountain Dew. So Dora, if you want to see it, I'm happy to share it. You have to DM me, and I'll send you a link to it or whatever. But anyway, it was a great experience, and just very loose COVID, loosey goosey, and we finally got it. It took me down, so I'm kind of in the thick of it. Okay. Yeah. The work-life, we call it, Sasha, work-life integration. You still have to tell me more about your woman of influence or inspiration last year. Tell me more about that. That's such an honor. I'm so happy for you. I want to hear more about that. And I'm going to go into the training because we're going to cut it and make it like a nice little, we're going to create like an opt-in for that PDF for the 2023 trend report. I just linked it here. I guess I'll do it again in case you just joined. And then when you sign up for it, I think this video will be part of it. Anyone who's paying attention knows I've already done this. This is a repeat, but I guess we're doing it again. Am I doing the right thing here? 8:18. Yeah, I'm doing the right thing. Okay, cool. I feel like I just did this. Okay, well, you're here. Let's talk about it. Okay, hold on. I'm scrolling my notes. I'm just going to do like a clean, I'll tell them, 16 minutes in. Hi guys, thank you so much for your interest in our 2023 PR Trend Report. I'm Jen Burson. I'm the founder of Generation PR. We're a full service PR and marketing agency here in Los Angeles, and we specialize in promoting baby and kids, beauty and cosmetics, and lifestyle brands. And I mentioned that I am the founder of an agency I've been running for 17 years because I also have this whole other side of my business where we train and educate PR professionals to up-level their game, make them pitching powerhouses, learning how to navigate the ever-changing landscape of the PR world. And then I teach people also how to run agencies, profitable, fun, awesome agencies doing work they're passionate about, working with brands and clients that they love and believe in, because that is my mission and purpose in life, is honestly giving our community the tools and resources they need to have a business that lights them up, help them make the most money possible, and do it all on their terms. It's that work-life integration that the community here is chatting about while I'm live. So we are here, and I mentioned I have an agency because I want you all to know that this is not like theory that was something that was relevant to me when I ran a business 10 years ago and then I sold an agency. We're doing both. So Generation is the umbrella, and I have the agency and the coaching, and all of it is here to enhance your goals, to give you what you need to make you more powerful, more successful in your business, whether that's providing you done-for-you services through our agency, if you have a brand with physical products, or you're looking to up-level your skills and learn how to grow and scale a profitable agency. And then now we have a new thing we're offering called Elevate, which is high-performance coaching. And we're doing a small cohort launching in about 10 or so days. DM me if you're interested. We're taking applications. It's an insane group. Anyway, so team, edit that out because it might not be on like time wise. You can see my brain is like shutting off as we're speaking. So that might not be relevant if people are downloading the trend report for 2023, but we will be running that high performance coaching cohort from now on, and it's going to be awesome. So let's talk trends. You know, as PR professionals, we have to stay on top of what's happening in our industry. There's always this feeling of the sky is falling, media is dying, and we know that's not true, but it is changing. And we have to stay on top of what's happening so we can help our clients navigate and be essential to them and bring that value. And yes, I know it's harder to connect with media these days. It is. You're feeling it. We're all feeling it. And it's always been out of our hands. That's just the nature of PR, right? Give me thumbs up, heart if you, we had this revelation yesterday on a strategy call with one of our, top performing members of our community. And that frustration of being a high performer and always wanting to be producing and delivering results, and you want to create a process and put it in place so that you can just do like A, B, C, and that equals press placement. But the missing piece is that those decisions are out of our hands, and that's really hard. So for somebody who loves to produce and generate results, you can understand where I got the word generation. There's a lot of reasons why I picked generation, obviously my name, but we want to generate results and outcomes and value. And when a lot of the decision making is out of our hands, there's only so much we can do, and that's frustrating for a lot of PR pros. So we're trying to even the playing field as much as possible by giving you access to the rules of the game and what's important now. Okay, and that's, why we're here and why it's relevant that I share that we still run an agency. I still represent clients. I don't do the day-to-day outreach. My team does, but I'm running my agency, doing strategy and client services and sales, biz dev. So all of this is relevant because we are living it. And so we want to know what's happening in the industry. When you're growing and scaling an agency, you have to be able to navigate these changes and bring your clients along for the ride and make sure they know that you're holding their hand and that you're taking them into the new year and into the future with your services, understanding the rules of the game and helping them navigate how to play it. You have to steer your clients in the right direction, and overall approach to PR and marketing, your recommendations. You've got to keep your finger on the pulse, which is why you're all here right now. I notice it's the same people all the time, and there's no it's no like coincidence that these are some of the most successful members of our community. They're committed to their ongoing education and training. Some people have been practicing PR here for more than 30 years, and they show up, Nelson, I'm looking at you, and they continue to stay on top of the game, because that is how you become an essential member of your client's team and you win at the game. So we're gonna talk about sort of what's out of date, what's up and coming, what's hot right now in the world of PR. I will say number 10 is my hottest tip. So you have to stick around if you want to hear it. You can guess. Put it in the comments if you think you know. And I realize my voice might probably sound super annoying when I do that with my stuffiness. But we're going to just dive right in. So trend number 1 is simplified brand messaging. And that will resonate more with media and with customers. So we know that everybody's attention spans are shrinking, and thank you for, dialing into this discussion. We know that messaging has to be concise and pack a punch to keep up. So any kind of lengthy copy that goes in depth about all of the brand's qualities, all of that is out. Short, punchy brand stories, that is in. I feel like I'm the SNL character, Adie Bryant, before she retired, with what's his name? Oh my God. Oh, what's his name? I can picture his face. And they're like, out, cats are out. Cats, you're evil. We don't like you, cats. And then it's like, ferrets are in. That's me right now. Out. Lengthy brand stories in. Short, punchy. Give me a thumbs up if you know what I'm talking about, because that's a little embarrassing, but it's super funny. Andrew Yang! Morgan! Hi, thank you. Yes, Andrew Yang. That is my favorite, duo sketch that they do. Andrew Yang, yes, that's his best thing on SNL, if you ask me. So don't skimp on the value that you're sharing in favor of being concise. You want to get to the root of why your client is so important and focus on communicating that. And then all of the fluff can just ditch it. Short, sweet, to the point. And shorter messages are perfect for social. It can be carried across all the various platforms and help kind of connect with your target audience wherever you are, but it goes for your pitches. So you can convey your client's brand message through images or videos if they have that. If you do have a video, or your client has a little brand video, 60 seconds, make sure they have captions, because we know a lot of people are looking at content on their phone and they're reading instead of listening. They have audio off. Keep things short and sweet, and then make sure you have an attention-grabbing subject line, something that's unique, that can show value, and share the value of your client's product or expertise. And again, we have in-depth training. Less is more, absolutely. And we have in-depth training on this, 9 weeks worth of training around how to pitch and connect with the media, plus master classes and resources, and all the training and timely, relevant, topical pitch angles in our monthly execution plans inside the pitch lab. So just inexpensive, really good resource for you here. But I mention that because we also talk about how to craft a compelling subject line. And just to summarize here, you don't have to summarize the entire body of the email. You don't have to create something that's like encapsulating everything you said in one. It can just be enough to get them to open it. That's it. Just, open this message. They know what it is. They can search and find it. Nelson has shared on these lives before some of his subject lines that have gotten people to open it and have converted to pitches. But we train inside the pitch lab. One of our modules is around creating subjects that will get people to open and respond. So I shared that link there if you're interested in learning more about it. It's awesome. I'm very proud of that program. And we also keep the price really low and super affordable. I promise you, we over deliver on the value. Natasha, if you're still here, elaborate on those execution plans. She's my hype woman on that, but there's immense value in there beyond the price. Plus you get a call, like it's in the community. It's amazing. So that's one. Less is more, short and sweet, compelling, communicate value, but keep the fluff elsewhere. Like, I don't know where you're putting on fluff, but don't put it here. Trend number 2 is artificial intelligence and technology. They're changing the media landscape and events. So AI, we say it's the future, but it's actually here. It's now. So many media events are virtual. You can kind of use AI to do a bunch of different things. Automate tedious tasks. You can proofread your pitches. My son refuses to learn grammar because he's like, I have Grammarly. And we just got a thank you letter from one of our friends' sons for a bar mitzvah gift we sent him. And he wrote a poem that was like customized to our family and our relationship with their family. And his punctuation was beautiful. And he's only like a year older than my kid. And I was like, oh my God, this is like, we got a long way to go here. If you're relying on technology for everything, you have to learn it on your own. But technology is the AI, Grammarly, and things like that are a good kind of second set of eyes and a really good way to proof something, in addition to what you already are paying attention to detail on. Weird sentence, but so yes, Grammarly is great, but trust your own eyes because it doesn't always get it right. Tech is pretty fresh still, but it's evolving really fast and the possibilities are endless. So we don't know what we're going to be able to do with the help of AI in a few years, but brands have already caught on to this. And there's this whole kind of metaverse craze with virtual reality kind of staking their claim in the media landscape. So expect brands to start launching events, experiences, and shopping opportunities in virtual worlds over the coming months, and check into it. Look online and see what's out there. What I like to have our community do, and what I've always done in my 17 plus years of running my business, is try to stay ahead of what's going on. At a minimum, you want to be able to discuss it intelligently. If you're not going to check into it as a service that you're offering, that's fine, but learn about it and be able to advise your clients in some way or have a conversation. It's the worst when you get caught off guard and the client's like, what do you think of a virtual event? And you're like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then you look like you're not dialed in. So at a minimum, look into it, and you can even work with your clients to bring these unique and futuristic experiences to their brand profile and start strategizing pitches around them. We also know, let me see if this is one of my tips. It's been a little bit of a while since I reviewed this, but this might include it, but no. Okay. The other thing is data-driven pitches. So we'll talk about that in one of my later tips, but keep that in mind. Data-driven pitches, search volume, that's going to be really important. So keep that in mind. We're going to talk about artificial intelligence and what that is doing in terms of like metaverse and, oh, thank you. I appreciate that. But data-driven tips, we'll get to that one as well. Trend 3 is mission-based brand value, or let me start over. Mission-based and value-based brand storytelling is going to be very important. So Oh, that's a whole discussion. When you say recommend, what do you mean? She's asking, what do you recommend to event planning company? You want to break into PR? You want to do metaverse events? You want to do like experiential marketing? Tell me more. We know 2020 was a huge turning point for our industry and for brands, and diversity and inclusion has always been important, but it became more on people's radar, which is good, and it's a massive priority. And we have seen companies, a lot of companies, increase their commitment to diversity, inclusiveness, and DE&I training and awareness over, and implementation, let's say, over the following years since 2020. But in the new year, the focus is going to continue to be on mission and value-based storytelling and initiatives. People want to support, this is it's value alignment for people to support and shop and buy products from brands that align with their values, and they want to see those values in action. The days of performative allyship, they're over. You have to actually take action on what you say you're doing. It has to be reflected at a core level in the company. And you want to guide your clients through that. You definitely want to make sure that they are not putting anything out on social that's just a meme with nothing behind it, that they actually have real progress and change happening within their organizations. They have a diverse, a diverse executive level team, and that people are accountable, brands are accountable, and they're following through, that your clients are actually following through. This is the big thing. It's like everybody jumped on the bandwagon and talked about it, but what are they actually doing, and how are they keeping it up? So socially aware storytelling, it's going to be paramount for PR pros crafting pitches and strategizing press plans. So you want to communicate the value of your client's products, but also the value of their behind the scenes actions like sustainability, philanthropy, and social justice. And I love this trend. Using mission and value-based storytelling to increase visibility for my brand now. That's right. That's what we're talking about here. And that's what's going to be relevant, moving through the new year, which is great because we don't want to see a movement gaining speed and then just, people are like, okay, that's done. No, this is like, it's here to stay, and companies are actually following through. And you need to ensure your clients are not putting something out there and then having it be performative or just sort of like, no substance behind it. Okay, Sasha, I love hearing that. You are on the ball, honey. Okay, so trend number 4. So that was 3. Let me repeat it because I had a little fumble when I was saying it. Mission-based and value-based storytelling is going to matter even more as we move into 2023. When I say 2023, it sounds like in the year 2000. Remember Conan O'Brien? It's like I'm still processing 2020. Okay, so trend number 4, we have to be flexible in pitching as PR pros. And honestly, I know that is nothing new. Our entire job is to be flexible and adaptable. But in the new year, we'll have to work on thinking ahead with our pitches. We have seen the past few years the importance of being able to pivot and to completely overhaul your strategy at a moment's notice. We actually, there's an award like that right here. That was, I think, a PR week. Best beauty, fashion, or lifestyle campaign of 2020. Because we pivoted our client strategy right at the beginning of COVID. And that campaign was keeping a beauty brand relevant in the era of COVID. So we launched a lipstick the height of the pandemic when everyone was wearing masks. Like, not great timing. So we walked through how we were able to successfully launch that product and get the brand tons of press, like top tier press, business press, all of it related to the pandemic. And that was because of a pivot. And we had to do that in like a week's notice from the time of the launch to the time that the pandemic hit. And we took a pause and said, what are we going to do here? And it also seemed really vapid to talk about lipstick in the middle of all of it. So we had to pivot, and we, were able to do that and won an award based on the results of that campaign. So we know that we as PR pros have to be, not reactive, but flexible. And things lately are getting busier. We're going to have to work ahead. We're going to have to plan like a plan B as we're building plan A. It's just like a contingency that maybe you guys have been doing this all along. We hadn't, but now, it might be prepping multiple pitch angles. It could be keeping an eye on current events that could impact your clients and their industry. It could be putting a campaign on hold because of supply chain issues. Hearts or thumbs up if this has happened to you. Heart, nonstop. I mean, can I give a heart? I can't. Nonstop. We're like, okay, and the team's like, when's it coming? I'm like, have you heard of supply chain issues? This is not the client's fault. They get frustrated because we're like, we're ready to go and we don't have a product to pitch. This is happening. Yeah, I see those hearts. So, you want to keep brainstorming different ideas with your team so you can be ready to go if there's something inevitable that happens. You always have to be ready to put a new plan in place and to put your client's best foot forward in your pitches. So create a press plan. You manage these editorial calendars. You're staying on top of holidays, trends. That's why the Pitch Lab is really helpful, because we put all of that for you together in these monthly execution plans, and that'll help you craft these timely and targeted pitch angles with ease. We have strategy in there, and we also have these master classes. And Sasha's saying, because she is a part of this awesome group, she's able to bake this value-based storytelling into her pitches because she knows that's important. And we have these master classes with guest experts, and we help you navigate these changes. So we know there's also, we just hosted one about prepping for the upcoming recession. And I'm just going to drop a link here again to the Pitch Lab. But that is something that as PR pros, we're always nimble, we're always on top of things, but it has become an even more important skill to be flexible, and it's not going anywhere. Trend number 5 is staying aware of global events and using that to help foster success by prioritizing empathy. And Sasha knows about that, but you need to have your finger on the pulse of news in your niche. But in the upcoming year and beyond, be plugged into global news and events, and you have to make sure that all communications and copy and pitch angles are socially aware and they take the state of the world into account. And any sort of one single poorly timed social post can cause a PR crisis. And empathy is extremely important to today's consumers. Nobody wants to support a brand that shows little to no regard for what's happening in the world. So help your clients navigate this and be mindful of global news, any trends, whether that's a natural disaster, an international conflict, economic downturn. It's all very heavy, and I'm not here to be Debbie Downer, but it's our job to stay on top of what's going on and help our clients navigate it so that they show empathy as a brand and they're not operating in some, bubble. Like I said, lipstick is not important compared to what's going on in the world, but there is still a place to be pitching your clients' products. And if that particular client, I have to be honest with you, we're not working with them anymore because you know what they did, and you guys will relate to this. You guys know I'm like an open book. They were like, thanks for crushing it for us. Literally, I submitted for that award, and I'm like, oh my God, we are nailing it for this client. And I hit submit, and then I get a text from my team, holy crap, they just fired us. And I was like, ugh. I've never been so like taken aback in my client like comings and goings ever. I was like, are you kidding me? They had just like voluntarily written us like this beautiful recommendation, like a testimonial. And they basically said, thank you for getting us to the next level. Now we're ready for a 3 times your price PR firm. And I was like, good luck with that. Like, we're all pitching the same people. You're not going to get anything else with them that you're not getting with us, but like, good luck to you. I never take that stuff personally. You can't. I know we did everything we could and it was awesome. So super frustrating. It happens. But, so we're not representing that client anymore, but back when all of this was going on in terms of diversity and inclusion and having beauty brands all come forward and talking about what their executive team and the board looks like, they basically said to us, and I was like, do you hear what you're saying? We don't have a lot of culturally diverse people on our as part of our team because they're not applying. And I'm like, this is part of the problem. Like, there's ways for you to seek out and find those qualified people and give them opportunities and reach out in your community and go to job fair. Like, they're not applying because they have typically not been given those opportunities. So by saying, well, they're not applying, you're kind of perpetuating the problem with that thinking of like, well, if they were qualified, they would apply. No, you have to give them these opportunities and help find them. And there are qualified people out there. They just don't know about you and you don't know about them. And there's ways to go about fixing that. They're saying, well, in our community, there aren't. I'm like, yeah, they're there. And you're just creating the. So we were just like, oh my God, this is a mess. So, and they got called out and they were like silent. So we try to help them navigate through that issue. And Sasha says she helps clients navigate through cause marketing, very important skill to be able to help clients figure all this stuff out. So that was 5. Oh my God, I'm going so slow. That's staying aware of global events and prioritizing empathy, helping your clients through that. And number 6 is exclusives. This is more prevalent. There's so much content. I don't believe it when people say there's no, opportunity for earned media. There absolutely is. Everything's shifting to digital, which means that there are more opportunities, and embargos are sort of dead and done. I haven't really done one in a long time, but journalists and editors, they don't want to write stories under embargo because they know that means that you're pitching the same story to everyone. They want to deliver premium, exclusive, unique content to their subscribers. They want people to click through. It's all about clicks. And they want to deliver content that they're not seeing anywhere else. So they don't want a dozen other outlets running the same type of content the same day. So instead, these exclusives are going to reign supreme in the new year moving forward. So something that has true value for subscriber-focused editors. If you offer an exclusive, the journalist can spend more time, more resources fleshing out a rich and detailed narrative so their readers have something that they're getting there they can't find anywhere else. And they'll know that they're going to be the first to report on your news because it's an exclusive for maybe a limited period of time, and they'll work really hard to make that article the go-to source, and other journalists will refer to that, and we know also that helps them convert new subscribers. Like if there's something that they can't get anywhere else and someone wants to read it, they'll subscribe to get access to that piece. So if you offer a really good exclusive, it has value for them too. And then that also is a really good way to build a mutually beneficial relationship with a new media contact in your niche, somebody you really want to work with over time. And it could give you kind of an opening for that client and other clients in the future. So we love exclusives when you can offer them. And part of the strategy, I'm going to go back to that data-driven piece. I'd love for you to be able to work in some data that you're able to glean on Google in terms of search volume of certain terms. So if you find that there's high search volume and a low results coming up for topics related to that search, and you find this sweet spot, don't share that with every single publication, because now they're all fighting to fill in that gap. You can go to somebody with an exclusive on that little tidbit and say, I noticed that there's a high search volume for, lactose-free coffee recommendations. I don't know. This is one that Bryce Gruber gave me as an example, because that was something that they felt there was a gap, and she wrote a piece to fill in that gap, and they became like the top result, and it yielded a ton of, I'll talk about this affiliate revenue, hint, hint, coming up at the end. But that is something that you can go to in terms of an exclusive with your media contacts and say there's a high search volume and not a lot of results coming up, and my client fills in that gap for you. So keep that in mind. Number 6 was exclusives, and use that to help create really good, meaningful, mutually beneficial relationships with key journalists that you want to work with long term. Number 7 is in-person events, and I want to say your name right. Is it Neela? Did I say that right? Nijla? If you can phonetically spell it out for me. So I love that. Beauty and fashion events of all sorts. So in-person events are going to return at a higher level. The reality with COVID, and now that I have it, and my son, my younger son started back in school, we believe he had it. I know, I can see how you spell it, but like phonetically, did I say it right? Nijla? My son started back in school, and he's tested negative, and he was the first to have it, and he's coughing a little bit, but he's back. And even if we're sick, you don't have to quarantine anymore. He's wearing a mask indoors, and that's it. So like, COVID is endemic. It's here, just like the flu. We'll get vaccinated and whatever. So networking events, pop-ups, trade shows, conferences. We're helping a client right now with a CES. What is it? An application for something. I don't even know. Let me tell you. Nijla. Okay. Thank you. That was helpful. An award application for CES. They're coming back. People are going to trade shows. It's been a long time coming. People want to get together. Possibilities are endless. And all of these experiences can be leveraged to get the word out about your clients and about your agency. So work with your clients to bring in-person events back into their plans. And I don't love creating events, but if our client wants an event, we will pack the room with the right people, and we'll hire a team to execute, and we'll pitch it to the media. So we'll do all the media relations and all the inviting and all of that, but somebody else will do the execution. Please promise me, every one of you, give me a heart if you're committing to me. You will not do an event for a client for no additional fee. Don't let a client come in. I'm not talking about you're paying for their stuff at the event, food and DJ, whatever. I'm talking about the actual planning, pitching the media, inviting them to come. All the stuff that you would do around an event is not part of a normal PR plan unless they talked about it in the proposal and they said we want an event. That's extra. That is a lot of work, and that is not just sort of part of a retainer. Promise me. And by promising me, you're giving me a heart. Heart. Because a lot of newer agencies, a lot of newer PR professionals on their own are like, well, I guess that's part of it. Good. Okay. That's a lot of extra work, and that is not just, that is not just, part of the basic retainer. At least it isn't for me, and it shouldn't be for you. Oh my God, I'm so thirsty. Okay, Christine, plan events in the States. Promise. Hi. But Sasha, you charge extra, right? Like, it's not just like, oh yeah, I'm on retainer and I pitch the media. Oh, and you want an event every quarter, like that's included too. That has to be an extra fee. It's way too much work. Way too much work. Some people I know have like gone accidentally down that path. Some people think PR is just fun events all the time. No, that'd be great. I would love that. Actually, I don't. I'm a FOGO instead of FOMO. I'm like fear of going out. I don't want to go. I just want to be right here. Christine, tell me a little bit more about what it is that you do, PR wise. I want to remember. It's been a while. I don't know that yeah, no, they gotta like, that's extra. That costs extra. Guacamole at Chipotle costs extra, and so do events, even if it's a virtual event. Yeah. Okay. Number 8 is journalist role. The journalist role is shifting significantly, which means that pitches need to be even more tailored. Okay, so there's this whole like thing all working together. So 2021, 22 brought us the Great Resignation. Journalists, no stranger to this phenomenon. Many of them have been laid off or not promoted. Oh, it depends, Christine. It just depends. What do you recommend for networking? Well, you're here. Nadia, I think, is it Nadia? Like Nadia? Like that? Oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm having such a hard time with big brands. Oh, well, I mean, you got to get into the agency accelerator if you're looking to bring in clients, and like it's not just like, go hang out with the clients at this, get into your affinity groups for, like it says you do beauty and, join Beauty Industry West. I don't know where you're located, but all of the sort of affinity groups for networking with executives. Nedja. Did I say that right? That sounded right. Nedja. Oh my God, COVID brain. I'm like struggling here. But there also has to be a strategy behind it, and that's what we teach in the Agency Accelerator. We have strategy and sales as our like half of the program, and we teach everything around it. Anyone who's here that's in that program, I'm trying to think who's here. There's usually a bunch. It's really good. Spain. Oh my gosh, how exciting. Wow. She's in Spain, and I don't know anything, but try to find some affinity groups or like networking groups at an executive level. Here we have something called Beauty Industry West. You want to find those executive level events where they talk about industry trends, and they get founders of companies or CEOs to come in and talk about how they're navigating the whole change. Sasha says, I'm an event producer of 20 years. I offer PR only to event clients, but because of my company's pivot, I've been doing PR for my speaking, business coaching, and podcast business. Awesome. Yes, that's right. That's how I would do it. If you're an event company, PR supports your events, but you're not a PR firm doing free events for your PR clients. So yes, Sasha, awesome. And Christine, we are going to be opening up the next cohort for the Agency Accelerator. Oh my God, I'm so bad at this. I believe it's in October, like early October. I'm gonna give you a link so you get on the wait list so you don't miss it. If you are like, I'm ready to go, I wanna go now, let me know and I can connect you with my team. We actually just had people sign up this week because they're like, listen, I got time, I wanna do this now, and the content's there. And then, of course, when the next group cohort comes through, you can join for Agency Accelerator Plus, because it's self-study, so there's no like supporting calls or anything unless you do the plus little sort of monthly coaching piece of it. But I'm going to give you a link just so, Christine, you get on the wait list. And if you're interested in like hitting the ground running now, let me know, because we can find a way to help you. I just feel like if you have the time and you're raring to go, it goes to the wait list. But here you go. I can get you in. And if you want to, talk to Miranda about any questions you have about it, or join early or whatever, we can accommodate. So you know, and I'm so excited you're interested. It's awesome. Okay, so back to number 8. Trend number 8, the role of journalists is shifting, which means that pitches have to be tailored. We saw the Great Resignation. Journalists are either leaving newsrooms for freelance or doing total career pivots. Some are having to write for multiple publications. We actually love when we connect with freelancers writing for multiple publications, because it usually works out to our advantage. Some are staying, that are still there in the newsrooms, and they're picking up the slack with overtime hours, new beats. There's a ton of extra responsibility. Editors, they're under constant pressure to write stories that are going to generate revenue. Wait for tip number 10. It's coming. It's very important, but they have to maintain. It's the balance between writing content, it's infotainment, it's going to generate revenue, and still maintain their credibility. They can't just post stuff all the time that's just like, buy this, buy this, buy this. There has to be, and it's really important to journalists, journalistic integrity. They have to believe in what they're saying. So you have to be empathetic to their new reality. They're not just getting to write content they're passionate about like the days of yore, right? They have to generate revenue to get to stay in their jobs. And they're picking up the slack for a lot of other members that have moved on, all of that. So knowing what they're going through industry-wide will help you better tailor your pitches. So demonstrate that you respect their energy, their time, by only sending relevant pitches. The review process and triage of delete, 2 seconds, and you're done, and you're out of their inbox. Why? Because Nelson's like, go back to bed and take care of yourself, which means I'm probably like, ugh. It's fine. I'm almost done, but thank you. Such a dad. So you want to keep your pitches targeted, very tailored and targeted. Do not spray and pray. It is such a lazy PR strategy, but that's even more important now, because these people are like, when they share with us how many emails are in their inbox every day, they're looking, they're quickly scanning. Maybe they have an idea for something later on. They're putting it somewhere. I know I do need to rest, but I'll get there, I promise. Actually, I won't. I have like 3 calls later today. Whatever. I'll figure it out. You have to tailor your pitches so that you can create a vibrant, rich pitch that is going to connect and resonate with them, so that you are being helpful and adding value. This is the core of what we do as a PR professional, but this is even more important now, because if you think about the recipient of those pitches, the volume of pitches, the volume of responsibilities they have, and it's no longer about finding interesting stories. It's about data-driven features that are going to convert and generate revenue, and they've almost become commerce editors. So give them something that is really targeted, that's very clear. You're not sending it to 150 people with the same generic pitch. It's a total waste of everyone's time, and it's a waste of your client's money. And honestly, it's lazy, and our community doesn't do that. And we certainly don't teach those strategies. So you want to be tailored, targeted pitches, be respectful of their attention and their time. Trend number 9 is media research and relationship building is going to be essential. especially with these big changes coming. So you want to research your media list, hours and hours and hours of research sometimes. But once you build that, then it's just updating it and keeping it fresh. So it's worth it in the long run. And at the end of doing all of this, you're going to have a really specific target media list that you can use to boost your outreach, spark connections with editors and journalists. And it should include contacts who are going to find your clients' content and their products engaging, exciting, relevant with their typical coverage. So go through publications in your niche, see who's already covered what, and then you want to do it all over again. Spot any connections maybe you missed. You definitely don't want to be pitching the same story to journalists that they've already covered, but like a new take on it or whatever, for sure. This is not changed, but this, I want you to focus on building these lists, because now you're going to go in depth and create relationships and engage with them on social and nurture these connections and comment on their content. Don't pitch in DMs, but send them a quick little message in DM about some of the content that they've posted, friendly, light, so you can start to become familiar to them. But this is why we really hone in on niching down, and it's one of the big strategies inside of the agency accelerator, because if you're going to build a list and take all this time and go in depth and create these relationships, you want to get the most value out of all that effort as possible, which means you're leveraging those relationships to serve as many clients as you can. So niching down is one of the fastest ways to build your reputation and make more money, because you're going to command a higher retainer. I can't stress this enough. It's so important. So you are going to go through this effort. Oh my God. So it says Facebook user. I can't tell who this is, about the Supreme Court. Inner chambers of the Supreme Court. Shit show. Can we say shit show? Average person can't view it tonight. Any thoughts? I mean, honestly, it could be really hard because, like I said, shit show. The real Supreme Court is, I feel like, what was that show with Kevin Spacey? Oh my God, House of Cards. Like before the 2016 election, House of Cards was like, oh my God, like this is so unbelievable. Like we have to watch and see what's going to happen. And then when reality became more of like a media circus and frenzy than actual like TV writing, it became less exciting to watch these fantasy shows about the topic when reality was so out there and different. So there could be a challenge around that because of the fact that the actual Supreme Court is so wackadoodle right now. I mean, I don't care where your politics are. Clarence Thomas alone and his wife, like, participating in the insurrection, like, are you kidding? It's baffling, like, how, what's going on right now. So when reality is just as wacky as a TV show, yeah, it should help. So that's what I was going to say, is position it like that, kind of, what is it about the show that's going to give the audience some insight or some satisfaction or whatever over what they're seeing on TV around, like, the leaks of the Roe decision. Like, all of this stuff is like, are you kidding me? That's television caliber twists and turns. So what would the show give the audience access to, or where did the writer come from? Sounds really interesting. Is it based on the current makeup of the Supreme Court? Is there anything that it's gonna give the audience insight? Are there screeners or anything? Because you said the average person can't view it, but can a journalist screen it and give a little like preview about why it's gonna be a must-see based on what's actually happening in the court. So I don't know without knowing more about it, but that's interesting. And you know, I'm an attorney. I don't know who that is. It says Facebook user. I'm an attorney. Yeah, you have screeners. So I'm like, Supreme Court show. That's interesting. So, but back to this tip here on number 9 with your contacts. You want to be the best partner possible to your media contacts. Don't crowd their inbox. Be respectful. Don't respond right away. Don't let it drag out. Do not ever. Oh, hi, Sarah. Okay. Do not ever send irrelevant or inaccurate information. Trust a journalist to do their jobs and give them the space to do it. And always make sure that you're on top of people are moving around all the time. Double, triple check before you send a pitch that that person is still writing for that beat or writing at that publication, or check and see if there's anywhere else that they're writing for that could be a fit. We have a database. We made it super affordable. And actually, when you join the Pitch Lab for a year, you get free access for a year to our community curated co-op database. And I mention it because the editors and journalists in the database are all people our community have worked with personally and recommend because they're PR friendly. They want to hear from you. So we include them in our database so that we have, first of all, changes as they happen. Someone's on maternity leave, someone leaves. Our community tells us when they get those out of office responses, and we update it. I also made it super affordable, but it's also organized by niche. So it's very easy to be like beauty and cosmetics, and there's like your contacts in that tab. So, and it's not a gazillion like these other databases, but we also don't have like a bunch of irrelevant stuff that's not relevant, that's useless to you. So that's a perk of signing up for Pitch Lab for a year, because you get that for free, and otherwise it's very affordable. It's like under $300. So if you have any interest in knowing about that, let me know. I'll tell you more. Okay, number 10. Number 10 is the most number one important, especially, and I left it for 10 so that you would have to stick around and join me here, but if you represent a brand with products, this is the number one thing you need to be considering from every level of engaging with a client, even on that very first call. When you're vetting a client to see if you want to work with them, it's not just them seeing if you're right for them. You need to see if they're right for you. Every product-based client needs affiliate marketing, and we need to help our clients make that happen. So number one trend on this list, it's absolutely crucial in the new year and beyond. Affiliate revenue opportunities used to be like a nice to have. Last year for holiday gift guides, we pitched it as like a side note. Front and center now, non-negotiable. So you need to get them into affiliate marketing, and you need to do it now. We as PR pros need to get our clients on the biggest platforms like Amazon, Walmart, Target, Nordstrom, Ulta, whatever they're selling. They have to find a way to offer it through these platforms. And if they're not on one of these, they can use a different, like Share a Sale or some of these other platforms. We have done 2 trainings inside of the Pitch Lab around affiliate marketing. We had a whole affiliate marketing training, and then I had Bryce Gruber come in and talk to us all about affiliate marketing from a journalist perspective and what that means for us. So having no way for publications to earn revenue is going to jeopardize their future press success. That was the name of my first program, Press Success. Journalists and editors, they're less willing and also not usually likely able to showcase products that don't generate revenue for their publication. Their job is to generate revenue. And I've gone in depth in the Pitch Lab in that masterclass around what that means and how that affects you and how you navigate that for your clients. When I say product-based B2C, Yeah, B2C. I mean, I guess it could be B2B. It's usually Amazon. Maybe there's like Amazon Business. I don't know if that would count as like B2B. But yeah, business to consumer, it's selling products. Any way that there's a trackable, traceable link, or if they have it on their website, it could be B2B, I guess. I don't, honestly, Christine, the reality is I don't know B2B at all. That's not my jam. I do consumer products. So if your clients can implement some sort of affiliate tracking system like ShareASale on their own website and enable skim links, and then their customers are able to purchase through the media. If you get a feature and they're like talking about, like, let's say a copier, I don't know, another B2B product, let's say a copy machine. My family is watching The Office right now, and we're in the last season where Sabre, they sell paper and copiers. I guess that's B2B. If there's a way for them to link out and track it, that's important too. Everybody needs to generate revenue through mentioning products. I wonder if media is also wanting affiliate of some sort to write about. That would be out of my area of expertise, but inside the Pitch Lab, we have a Facebook group where people post these kinds of questions and get really good answers. I know there's people in there that have B2B, specific B2B experience. Yeah, it's a way to generate revenue. They're all tasked with this right now. So with affiliate marketing as PR pros, it's actually a bonus because we can see where sales and traffic are coming from. Wait, when's my next call? Hold on one second. Okay, I have time. Not enough for a nap, but I have time. Then that's helpful too, but you can use that data to shift your focus to any kind of affiliate programs that are getting the most traffic and reach consumers where they already are. So it's like, I'm trying to give an example. Thinking about affiliate revenue in your press strategy, there's a whole bunch that goes into it. So if you are launching a product and you're not on Amazon, then you have to offer a pretty robust commission through your own website on ShareASale, and you are able to customize commissions for publishers. And we are going to be creating training so that all of us can help our clients navigate that, not as a PR service, but as an additional service, because I think this is here to stay. I think it's so essential. And if you can marry the two of setting them up for affiliate revenue, reaching out to publishers, vetting them through these platforms, giving them a high percentage, especially during maybe a launch month, like the first month. We've had insight into what our competitors are offering in terms of commissions. And it's always really high during launch months, and you can see everyone writing about it. So that's the little missing piece that everybody's taking advantage of right now. God, this is so long. I'm so sorry. So we have really talked in depth. I am doubling, tripling down on this because I know how important it is, because in my agency, representing brands right now, this is a make it or break it. We have had to fire clients because they didn't have enough of a solid affiliate marketing, affiliate revenue opportunity for media to earn revenue from their products. Either the cart transaction total was too low, they weren't on Amazon, they didn't have enough reviews on Amazon, their hero products weren't on Amazon, they weren't on any other affiliate platforms other than their own website, and the transaction was too low. So journalists were just like, meh, like could be the best product ever, it's not converting for us in terms of revenue. And so after a few months of really struggling and trying to guide them, we said, we're ready to, like, if you want to leave, we're totally fine with that. And they said, please try again. We'll give it one more month. And we got a little bit, but it's just not the same. It's just not the same. We have gotten, honest to God, like, I'm going to be honest, mediocre mass market products that have a cult following because of a very specific use case. But the reviews are amazing. And if you are like in this group, this is your product. It totally works for you. The price point is good. You get to Amazon. The reviews are incredible. We have crushed it in terms of converting earned media because Amazon reviews are really good. And Amazon reviews are really good. High volume of Amazon reviews, 4 and 5 stars, and the price point is $20 or less. That is like a media dream come true. And we talk all in depth in the Pitch Lab about why, how to understand this, how to navigate it. Okay, I'm mentioning the Pitch Lab again, so I'm going to drop a link to the program. It's really important. So it's the place to be. This program is going to help you stay ahead of the game, help your clients be successful with your services, help you be successful as a PR pro. Have I worked with Estee Lauder before? Not that brand specifically, but other brands of theirs, or like the parent company and then other brands. We're working with Kendo. We're working with Kendo right now on a brand, not as a client, but as a collaboration for one of our clients. There's actually a woman that I coach in Australia who was at like Tom Ford and Lauder, and she's amazing. She's out there. Can you recommend an email? I don't know what you're asking me. I'm so sorry. Of Estee Lauder, I don't. I would, if you're trying to connect with somebody, go to LinkedIn. Oh, thank you, Daria. You're the best. And thanks, guys. I am like head in a fog, apparently. My husband yesterday was like, I feel like I'm drunk. And I feel like I'm in a fog. I feel like my brain is full of cobwebs. I'm starting to get that because I did not have it yesterday. I recorded a podcast. I like had a call. I mean, I have 2 more calls today, so this can be rough. But, this affiliate piece, you guys, if you're like, what are you talking about, Jen? You need to get in the Pitch Lab. And when I mention it, let me just tell you, this program is totally affordable. It's pay as you go. There's no commitment. It's $97 a month. And if you join me for 2 months and you leave, promise you I won't be offended, but you're under $200 and you'll have access to the entire training on how to do PR. Just that roadmap training alone, we used to sell for like $2,700, something like that. And for $200, we completely revamped it, targeted it at our PR community, and you get access to that. So it's strategy to execution PR, and also building lists and leveraging and pitching, everything. And then you get monthly execution plans. But when I say stay for 2 months, it's because you will get access to all of our master classes. And for $200, I promise you that our affiliate marketing masterclass and our chat with Bryce Gruber, worth the price and then some. Oh, good. I'm so glad. Thank you. Welcome and nice to meet you. I'm going to try to say your Rakita. Nice to meet you. And Christine, thank you. Feeling like that for 2 to 3 weeks after testing negative. Brain fog, tired. That's what I have, something in my chest. Yeah. I do not like this. It's not bad. It's really not bad. I wouldn't be here if it were bad. So anyway, that's the trend report. Here it is for you to download if you tuned me out like my husband. Oh, you just joined, Elizabeth. Awesome. Welcome. That's super cool. Wait, let me see. Yay. I didn't log in. Oh, darn it. So, okay, now I know why I didn't get into Instagram, because we have an authenticator and I couldn't. Okay, anyway. Elizabeth, welcome. I'd love to hear what you think of the Pitch Lab. I'm really proud of it. It's very good. Like really, really, really good. Everything we do is tactical, actionable, practical. How many couple words can I say? But it's all based on like proven. Oh, okay. So you've been in it for a little while. We love a little surprise and delight. God, I keep checking with the doctor. He's not answering the phone. I couldn't leave a message with the service last night. Oh, you know what? You just reminded me I have to call, but it's, of course, lunchtime. So, anyway, thank you all so much for being here. I'm so grateful for all of you. Annual and monthly. Oh, okay, let me tell you, Christine. Okay, so the Pitch Lab is a subscription. It's $97 a month. So if you do annual, it's $970, which means you get 2 months free. So in a year, it will renew, but you're only paying $970 for the year. And you get the 2 months free, and then you get instant access. I'm trying to remember all the differences. So instead of our week by week content on the roadmap, which is like, how do you do PR? You can give your team access and let them train. So if you're training a team on how to do PR, have them go through the roadmap. No problem. Yeah, Deborah, it is. Hi. She's asking if it's applicable when representing nonprofits. Yes, it is. Yeah, Elizabeth, if you want to switch it to annual, let us know, and my team has a way to do that for you. I'm going to do that right now. You can reach out to Miranda. It's like kind of a no-brainer, honestly, because there's so much value in it. But yeah, you get the media list, and you get instant access to everything, and then you get 2 months free, and there's a couple other little bonuses, maybe like pitch templates and stuff like that. But click the different links and you'll see. I keep doing the Pitch Lab here, right? And you'll see. Sorry if that wasn't clear. I'll take a look and see how we can clarify the differences. But yeah, it's $970 for the year, so you get 2 months free, and then after that year, it will renew because it is a subscription. So just know that, and I think it says it there too. But yes, Deborah, it's relevant when you're representing all kinds. Like we'll do monthly execution plans with tons and tons of different pitch angles, and all of those holidays and give backs and all of that stuff is included in there. We also have a DE&I expert that weighs in on our content every month and shares pitch angles, because I believe as comms pros, we are the voice behind the media, right? When we pitch them story ideas, we're telling the media what they should be talking about. So we want to keep diversity and inclusion in the media and the forefront, and we want every month to include topics around, including that for timely relevant pitch angles in the media, so that we can keep that relevant as comms professionals. So we have somebody on our board that advises us in that capacity, and we have that content in there. Just so you guys know, I'm not writing the execution plans. Like, I review them, and we have a process, but there's a whole team of seasoned pros with like 15 plus years of experience that are weighing in and giving us ideas every month. And so you can take Deborah, our pitch angles, and like apply it to your clients, and at least it's timely relevant. And if you have any more questions about the Pitch Lab, please reach out to us, support@Generation Academy, and we'll answer your questions, or any of our programs, or any free resources, or whatever. We have so much stuff. Oh my God, I was looking at all our stuff. I'm like, oh my God, there's so much stuff here. And now we own PR Couture, so we have even more stuff to offer you. Anyway, that's what I have for you guys today, and I'm sorry, I'm like, admittedly, not on my game. And there's a lot of new people here, so thank you for giving me like a little leeway here with my fog in my brain. I'll stay on for one more minute if anybody has any other questions. I'm making sure. Christine, I'll reach out to my doctor and see what he recommends. I've been talking to a doctor, and he's like, you don't need anything. It's just not my doctor. It's a family friend who's a doctor. Yeah, okay, good. And Rakita, we have a live that I do every single week at this time, 11 a.m. Pacific on Thursdays, aside from last week where I was out of town, apparently getting COVID. Thank you, Alicia. Alicia. Your grandma calls you Alicia. Alicia. You're the best. You guys, thank you so much. I appreciate your support. Of course, I'm going to show up. If I'm out of bed, I'm I'm going to be here. Daria, please go back to that. I will. I have 2 more calls, Nelson. As a very proud African-American woman, CEO, human being, I feel that a lot of brands and companies made a DEI pledge but did not live up to their commitment. And we're trying to help our community. Rakita, thank you. I'll see you next week. We're trying to help our community advise their clients in that way so that their allyship is not performative. Their words are not empty. Their actions are not one time. This is a systematic change at the core of what the companies are doing. Their executive team, what do they look like? What is their messaging? Everything. Thank you. So I hear you. I mean, everybody shows up and gets all up in arms during a period, and then it's like, my pleasure. So we're here to continue and do the work, you know? So anyway, guys, thank you. Mwah, I appreciate the support. I will eventually lay down, maybe tomorrow. Although we have a masterclass tomorrow. It's going to be really good. Finances for your PR firm. So anybody inside my agency accelerator, I'll see you tomorrow in that class. It's going to be really good. It's with my bookkeeper, and she's brilliant. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Hopefully next week, feeling a lot better. All right, guys, take care. See you soon. Bye.